ZeeZ started to grow inactive, so he joined XT to stay competitive. He returned to ZeeZ in February of this year and is very active on the Team Liquid strategy forums. You can find some different things that he's done in there, and he is the first player to have been featured on Fear Dragon's Breaking Out series. He favors macro games, specifically Ling, Baneling, and Mutalisk as a unit composition, and is actually currently really concerned about his early game control in Zerg versus Zerg, which is going to come into play here as his opponent, Cham, is a Zerg player for NoDice Gaming. Cham is a Mexican Zerg Grandmaster. He's NoDice Gaming's most decorated player with well over $5,000 in winnings, and he hopes to do well in Copa American and WCS this year. He is only 17 years old, and that Zerg versus Zerg ranking is 62%, so nothing to sneeze at there. Clearly not too concerned about his control.
And that picture is scary, all of the things aside.
As I like, he's kind of got like a greaser look to him, you know, like I feel like we're, you know, like a John Travolta or a Fonzie style. But
definitely has the stare of death. But
yes,
nonetheless, we're going to be going
business
into the only 3-player map so far. It is going to be Merry-Go-Round LE with the aforementioned players. First, ZVZ of the night. TVT, we mentioned the least prevalent matchup we've seen for the season. ZVZ by and large, the amazing amount is like almost every match we cast is a ZVZ or a PVT, actually. So if you like either of those matchups, sure. this has been your season. But on Merry-Go-Round in the bottom position, the bottom of 3 positions representing NoDice Gaming, wearing the red carapace, it is Cham.
And in the top left-hand corner, also representing Zerg and the purple carapace, not to mention ZeeZ, it is Joj.
Overlord popping out there to give the supply to Joj. So ZVZ so far, we can tell you a lot about ZVZ because we've just seen so many of them, but it seems like most we've seen have been fairly brief games, highly aggressive, low supply, which is probably the way that I like to see my ZVZ. We've seen a few Stormhost games, but they haven't ended up drawing out into those long games that a lot of people complain about on the interwebs. Usually just a couple Swarmhosts that ends up getting spotted and sniped out, but both players going to know where each other are here quick as these Overlords high-five. Also, another one of those things I envision in my head is a StarCraft's Overlord high-fiving as they pass each other. I should submit that as a suggestion. I would like to see that. But quick hatch here coming out of how do you pronounce his name again?
Joj.
I keep wanting to say Jouge.
Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be hatch first from Joj, and as you said, but it's going to be the spawning pool here for Cham.
I feel like we've seen this over and over again too, and it all boils down to control. And honestly, I think it's been 50% either way. The spawning pool player either getting ahead and winning, or just being held off very amazingly and being very, very behind.
Yeah, this isn't going to be super aggressive spawning pool, though. It's just kind of a safe spawning pool to be able to defend if something quick comes in. He's getting that second hatchery, and the gas is only just now going down. If this was going to be an aggressive pool, he most likely would have gotten that gas much sooner, and we would be seeing more than just the 2 sets of Zerglings coming out, I would say.
Only 2 sort of scouty Zerglings, a queen, and still lots of drones here as a second Overlord is making its way across the map. First one does make its slow traverse over the base of Cham here, but doesn't really poke in to see a whole lot. While Cham's Overlord is kind of hanging out on the high ground there, is actually not able to be seen. I love these little high ground spots where you can just sort of hide air things, and you can't see them unless you have a unit that can see up that cliff. Queen lumbering its way out to the expansion for Cham here is going to be able to do those injects, and that Overlord of Joj does see the expansion, so he knows that he's not going to be under any crazy pressure here.
Yeah, and that's a good feeling too, you know, because I mean neither player has really gotten a whole lot of units out. There are like 4 Zerglings out here for Joj, but only the 2 for Cham, and they're both kind of in this gentleman's agreement phase where they're going to just get some economy going, get their speed. Looks like now Joj is getting that Baneling nest, And that's going to be visible as these Zerglings are going to be running past.
Both players doing, as I work my way through a yawn here, both players doing the same exact thing, speed the exact, almost the exact same time, baneliness almost the exact same time. Really, the big difference here is the number of Zerglings for Joj.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a big deal right now that there's 3 more, I guess, but that could change at any moment. You know, it only takes one kind of queen volley here to get you enough larvae to offset that, but he continues to make more, 14 to 8 in production, and that those baneliness are finishing up.
Oh, wow.
Joj did save his lings, and they can be morphing at any time.
Yeah, it looked like Joj was trying to kind of hide his lings off to the right side there as he was sort of juking the lings of Cham, but now 4 banelings in production, but they are going to be seen by the lings of Cham here, but there are lings coming back to support, so it looks like those banelings will be able to finish up as more lings from Cham end up coming out. Speed was done just a few seconds earlier for Joj, but banelings about to finish up, but are going to be controlled nicely by Joj.
Yeah, 1 does go off on 2 Zerglings, not the best trade, but 2 more do remain moving on in, and that does take out the rest of the Zerglings, so Joj is here kind of in free reign mode, and not really a whole lot here to defend. That queen is in good positioning to try and take care of business. The lings are moving down, and there is a roach warren that's about halfway done that is in vision of Joj, but he smells blood, and he's just going to keep on going with what he's got.
Yeah, and he knows the position here now that Joj wants to make those banelings in, so Cham is going to attempt to not let them happen, but the banelings are getting very, very close, so he's going to either lose it. Oh, 1 baneling only has a couple hit points left and does blow up on actually a decent number of lings there, so Joj really getting a bit of... Oh, no, banelings of Cham coming out, and... Ooh. Oh, wow. So after all that, we're left with 3 banelings of Cham.
Yeah. And it almost like feels like nuclear deterrence here, you know? Like, well, you got banelings, I'll get banelings, and
I'll keep my banelings at home if you keep your banelings at home.
Well, clearly, Joj is not feeling like doing that. He does have a lot of Zerglings hanging outside the natural base, but in the meantime, Cham is on his way across the map.
Yeah.
And
the army supply here delegation is 10 to 13.
Oh yeah, I mean it's low, and that's kind of how this stuff usually goes. Spinecrawler coming down for Joj. Banelings are moving in, but no good detonations there.
A good portion of Joj's supply here is actually these 2 queens, also.
And now the detonations are coming. Almost all of the drones have been destroyed. The Spinecrawler does go down, and Cham is kind of taking over this natural expansion of Joj.
There are still a lot of lings here coming out, or a few lings coming out for Joj, but really excellent control here from Cham is still kind of keeping that ling advantage. But now more popping out here for Joj, which is going to push this away, but the worker count 34 to 22, so Cham getting the economic lead here after that push in, killing a lot of drones. Looks like a total of 6 to 1.
Yeah. And those lings for Cham that ran into the main base, they were able to see that lair was going down, and Cham behind that does immediately put down his lair.
Sinister in chat saying that one of those baneling detonations killed all of the larvae at the natural expansion as well.
So Bane's moving forward. It looks like they're going to try and get the right connections.
Oh, wow.
Kind of exploding on each other there.
Yeah.
Cham's lings are moving into the main base here and just going straight for those drones.
Yeah, Cham is going to be getting himself way ahead here. He was ahead to begin with. More lings popping up, but this is a really awkward choke here for both players. But banelings coming in. The banelings, that is definitely not an awkward choke for those banelings as they hit those drones really hard. More lings popping out for Joj, but it's a little bit too late as the worker supply is 6 to 32 now. A total of 22 workers killed for Cham.
Yeah, and that's real rough straights there if you're Joj right now. Hard to come back from that, if not impossible.
And Joj is putting down a roach warren here, too.
No, that's Cham, actually.
No, okay, yeah, you're right.
I was going to say,
so that makes no sense.
Not be Joj having that much production. But yeah, more lings are in, doing more damage. Those, and there's the GG.
So, I mean, it boils down to it's the same thing we're describing, one of those extremely low econ, low army supply ZVZs that are very micro-intensive. I mean, this is exactly why I don't play Zerg. I just, Protoss is known in PvP to just trying to kill each other as fast as possible, but it's not, let's both get banelings and see who can get the best connections, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are fun games to watch. I love to see all those explosions going down, but Cham, able to get the upper hand over his opponent, did get the more worker kills and continued that punishment until the game ended. So that is going to do it for game number 3, putting, it looks like NoDice Gaming is up 2-1 over RIP ZeeZ as we go into eliminational break here.
Delegation, while you spew out that informational break, I'm going to step away for about 1 minute.
Alrighty. So, as you know, you're watching the StarCraft 2 Community Team League. We love to bring you games that are of the community. We love to bring you the player bios to just tell you who these people are, and we love to talk about the people who make it all possible. That, of course, being MythLogic. They have put up so much money to make this all possible, over $1,000. They have put up to make the league happen. Most of that money going back in prizes, and 700 of it is going to the Masters Grandmasters division. 400 for first place, 200 for second, and 100 for third. So lots of money on the line here. And if you're not familiar with MythLogic, they are a custom PC and laptop building center local to us. They're around the Ann Arbor area in Michigan. And go check them out at mythlogic.com. They have some really great rigs. Definitely check those out if you guys are in the are interested in getting new PC gaming rigs or laptops or anything at all. They will customize what you want, how you want it. They'll even put some cool graphics on the laptops and things like that. So give them a check out. They are cool guys, definitely committed to making great pieces of equipment. Myself, I am Gallegation. My co-caster, who is away at the moment, is Wingnut SC. We are here 2 nights a week bringing you all the games, but it's winding down as we've only got 1 more week left after tonight of the quarterfinals, and after that we will be doing the grand finals day of casting, which is going to be June 28th starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be going all day with the semifinals, the bronze match, and the grand finals, so don't miss it out on that. There's going to be a lot of StarCraft action that day. However, I have forgotten to mention the giveaways.
Ooh, giveaways.
So we also do giveaways. So many giveaways. Corsair and MythLogic have teamed up to give away some really cool stuff. We were able to give away a Corsair gaming headset. We gave away a gaming mouse from Corsair. And we still have a mechanical keyboard that's up for grabs that will be given away on June 28th. And to enter that that sweepstakes, in order to win that piece of machinery, all you have to do is to go to SC2CTL.com/giveaway, and all the rules and information is on that website. You will see things that you can like or follow on Twitter and Facebook. If you do those things, follow them and like them, you'll get an additional entry for each one of those that you are following or liking for each code that you put in. So you can really multiply the number of entries that you get into the contest. And we usually give away 2 codes per evening. We have 2 more codes for you this evening. And the first one that we have is going to be hopscotch.
I love that hopscotch.
Hopscotch. It is. I will put it in the chat.
No, it is not over. We are just finishing up with game number 3, and we'll be going into game number 4 here very shortly.
Yes.
So
I think that covers all the things.
All the things. Also, I don't know if you mentioned it, but don't forget to follow your dashing casters here. I am WingnutSC at WingnutSC on Twitter, and with me is Gallegation. You can find him at likewise the at Gallegation on the Twitters. We have been here for this is our 2nd season now. It's been a great time, and I'm really looking forward to our semifinal and finals event here coming up in a couple weeks. It was a really awesome time last time, and it will be an awesome time this time, so we definitely highly suggest that you check that out.
Absolutely, but I think without further ado, we should just